Here is the complete detailed report regarding the murder-suicide of 3 people in Breezy Point, Minnesota earlier this week from Crow Wing County Attorney Donald Ryan. Quote, on September 5th at approximately 8:47 p.m., Breezy Point police officer Kyle Rustad was dispatched to 8094 White Birch Drive, Unit 855 in the city of Breezy Point, Crow Wing County, state of Minnesota. Dispatch advised the caller had looked through the window and could see 2 people on the floor and blood was visible. Officer Rustad arrived at approximately 20:54 hours at 8:54 p.m. Upon inspection, Officer Rustad found the unit to be locked. Looking through the window, he could see people down in the residence. Officer Rustad broke a window adjacent to the front entry door of the residence, reached inside, and opened the locked door. Once inside, officers encountered 3 people deceased with apparent gunshot wounds. The decedents were later identified as Melanie Michelle Jansen, 54, of Maple Grove, Hannah Nicole Parmenter, 29, of Elk River, and Michael Toner, 56, of Maple Grove. Sergeant Joseph Garcia was notified by dispatch and responded to the scene. Upon arriving, Garcia met with Officer Rustad and received a summary of actions and findings to that point. Officer Rustad detailed the caller, Austin Daniel Jansen, and his wife, Veronica Jo Jansen, had arrived at the unit to visit with his mother, Melanie, and sister, Hannah, who had been renting the unit since Friday. Upon arrival, he was unable to make contact with the parties. When his knocks at the door went unanswered, he looked through the windows and saw a male and female on the floor with blood around them and called 911. On September 6th, Sergeant Garcia and Crow Wing County investigator Chris Brose witnessed the autopsies of all 3 decedents at the Ramsey County Medical Examiner's Office. It was noted Melanie had suffered multiple gunshot wounds. The preliminary cause of death was multiple gunshot wounds with manner determined to be homicide. Hannah was noticed to have suffered multiple gunshot wounds. The preliminary cause of death was multiple gunshot wounds with manner of death determined to be homicide. Toner was noted to have suffered 1 gunshot to the head with the suspected entrance on the right side of his head. The preliminary cause of death was gunshot wound with the manner determined to be suicide. Toner was the significant other of Melanie. Based on the observation of the scene and the evidence gathered, the information acquired from the investigation today, it appears Turner shot and killed both of the women, then committed suicide by shooting himself. The investigation remains ongoing, but there is no evidence of any threat to the public. Assisting in the investigation of the Minnesota BCA and Crow Wing County Sheriff's Office, unquote. That was from Crow Wing County Attorney Donald Ryan. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.